Uhuru. My name is Yejide Orumila. I'm the president of the African National Women's Organization, ANWO. And today we're going to do a PE, or political education, on a piece that I wrote for the Burning Spear newspaper, which is entitled Black Women Demand Revolutionary, Real Revolutionary Organization. And for those of you who don't know, I said Uhuru, and that means freedom in Swahili. So I'm going to read this, and I hope that you can hang in there, right? Since the African People's Socialist Party officially formed the African National Women's Organization, ANWO, in 2015, we have been developing into a politically strong organization. This is important to fulfill the strategy of the party, which is to bring African women into revolutionary political life through organization. After all, we are the only organization for African women with the implied mission of filling our ranks with African poor and working class women. In order to accomplish this objective, we've had to struggle with our members to abandon any petty bourgeois aspirations and contribute their skills to the interests of the African working class. This has been a point of contention, which has led to many struggles inside of ANWO as we fought for structure, accountability, and action. The basis of this contradiction has been that some women joined ANWO not understanding that they aspire to be the African petty bourgeoisie, which is a sector of the African colony who maintains the status quo and are not particularly interested in becoming leaders of the African revolution or shapers of our new society. There are also women who we consider the radical petty bourgeoisie. These women are unhappy with the current social system and are constantly voicing outrage or in protest in order to initiate reforms inside of capitalism. In either instance, the outcome is African women who do not believe that liberation is possible, but join ANWO because it represents the militant politic that they hope to embody. Essentially, we are a mass organization, which means that any African woman, regardless of who you are from any strata of society, can join this organization. We do, however, have objectives that we expect our members to contribute to. The highest expression of one's membership is action. The African working class demands it. We find, however, that in some cases, women are opposed to organization. They are opposed to the strategizing, the organizing, and the execution that is required to get us closer to our mission, and are drawn to groups or individuals who do not have structure and where political theory does not exist. This is anarchy, and we are certainly not anarchists. The struggle constantly emerges because the characteristics of the African petty bourgeoisie is to be liberal. And I suggest that you read Combat Liberalism by Mao Zedong to learn a little bit more about what we mean by liberal. Since they do not believe in African liberation, they do not have a mission or a vision of a free future. So every action item is tedious or inconvenient and confusing or too hard. They do not help solve problems, they present problems. They suddenly don't have convertible skills and they do the bare minimum or nothing at all. In some cases, they have contempt for the African working class, which is evidenced in their unwillingness to engage in basic organizing in our communities. They would rather work hard for capitalist industries or in bourgeois institutions rather than work hard for the African revolution. They fear coming out as revolutionary, but are okay with being activists. So Kalambayi Andanet, who's the president of our sister organization in PDOM, International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, calls these tendencies Becky, or the white woman that lives inside of our head. Becky leads us away from Black power and the African Revolution. In ANWO and the overall Uhuru movement, our goal is to kill Becky every single day. We do not want the selfish, individualistic, opportunistic characteristics of oppressor nation white women to take over and make us comfortable living in the colony. We aim to destroy the colonizer, which in turn will destroy the colony. We have to engage in the long, hard, important work to build power amongst African women who suffer immeasurably inside of the colony. Currently, there are over 1 million African women who live in combat zones as a result of colonial exploitation. Many of us are poor and without access to resources. Many of us are illiterate and are victims of violence on a daily basis. There are hundreds of thousands of African girls who go missing. They are forced into prostitution just to make ends meet. There are mothers right now looking for their children, or they're crying over the bodies of their children. This is the world that we live in as a result of capitalism. The worldwide system of capitalism started as an attack on Africa, which resulted in building wealth for the white world and in turn building misery and poverty for the African world. Hence, capitalism was born as a parasite, sucking the blood of African and other colonized people for its existence. Capitalism is the brutal instrument, colonialism is the brutal instrument of capitalism used to repress the colonized, the people and their lands and the economies that white power has destroyed. It's in the interest of African women to destroy parasitic capitalism. In the process of destroying capitalism, African women learn to solve problems and emerge as leaders in the African Revolution. ANWO remains committed to building that legion of African women who will birth a new world free from colonial domination and parasitic capitalism. And we want you to visit our website at ANWOUHURU, ANWOUHURU.org to find out more about us and how you can join. And we also want you to save the date for our upcoming annual convention, which will be either in St. Pete, Florida or Philadelphia, PA, on March 27th through the 29th. So if you want to know more about us, please visit our website. And of course, if you have any comments or questions or feedback or whatever, put it in the comment section below. Thank you.